Well, YouTube, it finally happened. If we scroll down to the end of the chapter, and to what was not the end of the episode, how do I go to end? Oh, here. Laptop keyboards, We didn't end here. We actually did speed through it sort of a quick pace. We really didn't get this shot, but the Gabi shot happened, and so did a lot of stuff afterwards. We may as well open 120 in preparation here. We got some tabs open. Ignore them. We're here with Twitch chat. Hopefully they're saying hello to you. Calling you bitches for not being here live. We are streaming at a wild time, so we have 14 viewers, real shit. I think a lot of manga readers wished it ended on the Gabi shooting error in Twitch over YouTube. True. We'll talk about it. I don't want to jump into it immediately about what we think about the cliffhanger or lack thereof. But then what do we start with? Last week we didn't get as many views as the week before. Hopefully we're up now. I got a cute thumbnail. I already made it. It might be something we've used for a video thumbnail on the main channel, this time colorized. Don't. If you can figure it out, you'll figure it out. But we'll continue on with our weekly episode reviews. Now, what do we want to start with? Two brothers. How far into this chapter do we get? So they did show this. I really don't think they captured the feel of this opening bit of the chapter. They showed all these shots, basically. They did it in a very different way. I like them both for different reasons. I think I prefer the manga version. I didn't think there was any Gabi blood, but there is in the anime, which is fine. They did do these in interesting ways. How far do we get down here? I could have sworn I vaguely remembered, and I was wrong, I'm pretty sure, though I haven't checked. Because I remember the Gabi and Eren, not the Gabi and Eren, but the Ymir and Eren walking up to each other was a cliffhanger. But I think that's just because that frame got memed on a lot for looking like a JoJo panel or whatever. Calling it messed up here is kind of cringe. They could have just said fucked up, or... I don't know, it seems so juvenilely weird, and it's like he's calling him a poopy pants by saying a plan that messed up. Especially when Eren's going to do probably a more messed up plan, but nonetheless. So we get up to this moment. I hope Anne isn't here. I guess Ymir actually is literally making Titans. I remember calling Anne cringe a lot for thinking that, but I guess that is what's actually happening. It's a little weird, but yeah. These panels, because we have a Berserk Griffith parallel I want to make. I feel like this is used in that Griffith chapter. I think it might be the one before the cut chapter. It's interesting how, what this evokes in a manga and how you really can't do it in anime form. And I like this as a manga trope, as the frame is shrinking or something, or we're going into darkness to reawake here with Eren's birth and things like that. But that'll all be next time. I just wanted to check. It's going to be interesting because at the end of this is when Eren's maybe Eren is in control. What was going on here? I guess Eren didn't anticipate. No, he had to anticipate that they were going to go through memory hopping, because he ends up time travel memeing Grisha into killing people. So I guess he's just feigning not understanding up here why Ymir wouldn't just immediately be into him, but we can talk about all that. I thought the name of the chapter was Big Brothers and Little Brothers. I think that might have been an original name, but I'm guessing the Crunchyroll official translation is Two Brothers, which does make it weird because it is about three pairs of brothers, but I guess it still works. Mandela effect, lol. No, it's just the things change after the illegal sites, which maybe we're on right now, do change. They do update with the official versions, usually. Some of them. This one does. So this is probably what Crunchyroll did. No, because it updates with the Crunchyroll one, then it updates with the volume release, right? Because this is the volume release now, not the Crunchyroll release, which can change things further. Like the the Armin line about thanking Eren or whatever, the phrasing is different in each version. In the original leak, like translation, fan translation, it's different. Then in the Crunchyroll one, it was different. And now in the volume one, it's different. And every time it makes it seem like Eren is, that Armin, rather, is more putting down of Eren's plan, talking about how bad the rumbling was or whatever. This is a reminder, it's probably a little late, but if you were an anime only, what the fuck are you doing here? Get out of here. This is not a safe place for you. Way better name, by the way, Two Brothers in a Van? Question mark. Fuck, there's so many little things I want to talk about. Do we want to talk about the grand things? This was in last episode, and then we started here with the bite, and then the violence. We were talking about this in the build-up to this season a lot, because last season censored some more violent things, and Attack on Titan, the anime, has historically censored the more violent aspects of the series. With Part 2, with Season 4 Part 2, they are very much giving us the violence. We got the spinning head, the decapitation, the close-up on the decapitation. We were thinking maybe they'd cut away, maybe they'd cut to a shadow, maybe they would just hear the shot and then see the catch. They didn't. They did this, and Eren smashing on Galliard here was pretty violent too. Every time Eren or Zeke got shot, there's been blood everywhere by Piek here. I think the shot where one of them gets smashed on the side of the cannon, I think that's anime original, right? But that was a cute moment. I don't know if that maybe was in a previous chapter or something. I didn't remember this part, but this part happened too. They did give less focus to Pixis here. They just have one shot. It's actually interesting. They had one shot of CG horses and then one shot of non-CG horses. I couldn't believe it. We were in Season 1 again, and there was a shot from behind where the horses weren't CG. Oh, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe how blessed we were on this day. But then why would you show CG horses right before it so it looks different? But I was blown away when I saw that, but yeah. Base Mapper for not censoring it. Yes. I might have to leave. My phone is being shit. The doc might have to leave. The beheading surprised me. I've always heard that you can't show that on Japanese TV, even if it's animated. Oh, I have no idea about Japanese TV practices, but I feel like we got less Nile moments, except for the moment right as the transformation is happening. So the Pixis. See, we got multiple shots of Pixis here. I feel like we only, in the anime, got one shot of Pixis from Armin's perspective as he was riding past, which I don't know if I like. We got the Zeke shot. This struggle was real. It was at this point in the anime, in the episode today, where I was like, oh fuck, there's no way we're ending on the Gabi shot, because I looked at it and we were 7 minutes in, and I'm like, we're done with chapter 119. Holy fuck. They're actually going to make it the mid-credits scene, and I'm fuming. I'm like, there's no fucking way. We did 2 episodes of super slow pacing, which I appreciated and liked, and much more than quicker pacing, just to have the Gabi moment be a mid-credit scene. But nonetheless, it was. Now, the only reaction I've watched so far is the normies. It's the only one I've watched for all the episodes. And they were pretty shocked. They still think Eren might be dead. Though I think anybody with a brain would figure out immediately that he isn't dead. We all had that experience when we first read 119. And then basically it's just a big, well, how is he going to get his body back? How is he going to survive the decapitation? And in the end, it's a cool moment where the spine sprouts out, and that becomes a motif moving forward, even into the final battle. The memories thing, I was like, maybe we'll focus 10 minutes on Galliard's memories, on the Galliard brothers' memories, but nope, that happened real quick. I didn't notice that, I've talked about this a lot. We talked about this a lot in anticipation for this season, was maybe people will like the ending better because the anime will make things more obvious. I would say this very arrogantly. It's interesting how much more obvious it makes everything, to little moments I didn't realize Zeke was sucking in air here to then scream. And then when they did that in the anime, I'm like, oh, that's an interesting motif. And now I go back and I'm like, no, it was in the manga. Look, it's in this panel right here. How did I miss it? But nonetheless, I like that it makes things more obvious like that. There was something else in this episode that it also made more obvious. I can't remember it off the cuff right now. But in terms of communicating ideas more clearly and less subtly, I guess, or more in your face, anime is always better at that. So, I do like the cult moment here. It is his last moment. Actually, I just realized that in this chapter, it looks like one of the brothers in each relationship dies. Like, obviously, I forget I keep calling him Galliard. Marcel is his name. He's already dead. But then Porco dies, and then Colt dies, but Falco survives, and then it looks like Eren dies at the end, and Zeke survives. So it's like one of each pairs of brothers died in this chapter. Obviously, Eren didn't actually die, but that's a cute way to think about the 3 sets of brothers. Got a drink. But I like his appeal, like, I'm not asking you to just die or whatever, just wait until Falco is out of the way. But Zeke, and he thinks about it, which is cute. It's a good little character moment for Zeke. Gabi shows up. We're getting cute little character moments everywhere, and he says, too bad, and then he screams. Colt really didn't have to die. All he had to do was, like, run over to Gabi. And he probably would have survived anyway, because it's not like Falco was attacking Gabi, because Zeke had orders. I did like the effect they used. I think they've used this in the anime in the past, of like the see-through veins. Actually, I think we have the screen clip over here. Hopefully we don't get fucked up and DMCA'd for this. I'll try to skip through. But yeah. This is probably after the suck-in clip, but yeah. Oh no, here it is. Oh no, this is the outward. The suck outward. You gotta love the suck outward. Oh, and then they play the music cue here. It did give me chills a little bit. I was like, it feels like episode 1, bro. When all the time come out. We're probably gonna... I did like the slow-mo. I do like the slow-mo. Here is what I'm talking about. The, like, transparent, you can see the veins before they transform. I like this as an anime trope, and I feel like modern anime has gotten away from it as they feel the need to have things moving on screen constantly. Now, mind you, I haven't watched a modern anime in like 7 years, and I don't watch nearly any anime. That seems to be the perception. You can judge whether or not it is actually real. Like, things are still moving here. I probably would prefer if it was just like a single shot. Thinking more Berserk 97. Because this movie definitely suffers from having shit move too often, but there's a reason why that's up later. But yeah, the Nile moment here, more shots here, the Pixis moment here is really cool. It very much looks like the manga panels. And then giving Pixis the moment of realization in like the instant and then close eyes, that's really cute. Again, a lot of the I feel like cinematography is the wrong word to use with anime, but framing seems like such a lame way to phrase it. Shot composition, who knows what any of these words mean, what the difference is between them. I feel like that in this season has been very strong. I feel like this was on my wish list, that I was like, they'll never do anything visually interesting in a fucking Attack on Titan anime adaptation. It'll be manga panel in as ugly and bland a way as possible. But in this season, they really are doing some interesting shit. We'll talk about that when we get to this shot too. And I like it a lot. Then we get this. This zoom out is really cool. They do it more with the shot later on. You know what shot we're talking about. They try to do like this diorama thing, which I think is really cute. Especially in the shot from behind when we zoom through people to get to Eren, to get to the head falling, to get to the catch. They really do shoot it like a diorama, and I really like it. I think it's really cool. The guy's just looking around here, not understanding. The musical cue in a second. It'll be really cute. I'm trying to pause it a lot so we don't get fucking claimed. They need the anti-Titan rifles. Already one of them's getting mauled. And then the one jumping out here is really good. And then the music cues. It was really cute. It's really cool. I'm still trying to pause to avoid Oh yeah, and the Rhino moment here. I don't know if this is as pronounced in the manga. We'll scroll to it now. It is just similar to this shot, but it's cute. This shot is really cool, though. They couldn't do this because they couldn't have this much movement. They could have done a freeze frame. This shot is fucking epic. You can feel the kinetic energy here. I was blanking on kinetic. I really wish they did a goofy music cue or something for the dancing Titan, the real dancing Titan here, not the 2015 name for the jaw Titan. I feel like Falco's jaw was uglier in the manga than it is in the anime. And then Zeke's like, oh, depressive. Get him, Falco is cute as fuck. They did relax the violence here. We didn't quite get this shot of Flock. Did I say Flock? I always fuck up. Colt. Now we don't get the shot of Gabi crying from the end of the chapter, but there are other shots of Gabi crying in the episode. I don't remember if this is in the episode. I also forgot about this standstill, I guess, because it's only in literally one frame here. Eren does a cooler move in the anime. Zeke getting shot again is cool. Dead scouts everywhere. Now in the anime, it's a shot on top of this shot already, but here it's like a closer shot. It's cute. And fucking up the Mikasa shot here was really cool in the anime. Making it seem like a fake out death for Zeke because he's gone away. I feel like this was more pronounced in the anime too than it was in the manga. Alright, so we do get this face forward shot of Gabi crying in the manga. I couldn't remember if that was in here. But then we get this moment. I like this moment a lot, even in the manga. I feel like, again, it's more pronounced in the anime, and it's cute. They did make it pretty fucking violent again, too. Eren does a little flip out, which I thought was cute. I feel like we did last stream, we watched a video Mr. R sent us, I think, on this moment and how somebody had done it with dramatic music and editing the manga panels together. I feel like for this specific part, it probably was better. They did kind of skip over the Gabi stuff. Like, there's a lot of Gabi focus. This is Gabi's moment in the manga. It's really not at all in the anime, because I feel like this shot was imperative, and for whatever reason, they decided not to do it. They decided on this shot more so. Also, Colt is in the background here, which is a cute little detail, because it was his rifle that she picked up. Also, I don't know if we get Zeke melting off as much in the anime. I feel like they could have done this a little bit better, but they function it into something else that I like. Because after this, I forgot that this was right afterwards in the manga. Obviously, they expand on this. It's not just 2 pages. They replay a lot of the scene. I thought what they might be doing, because it comes here, we end, Eren's head falls off. They do a bunch of dramatic shots of it. They focus more on Eren's head coming off and the death fake out than the Gabi character moment, I think. And I think, I feel like, to me, it's much more important the other way, especially since Eren doesn't die. Like, in retrospect, this moment really doesn't mean that much, except for the Gabi characterization of the fact that she was able to do this so quickly, with such resolve and things like that. But they expanded on this, and then I was like, oh, they're going to do the thing where in anime, when it looks like a character's going to die, you suddenly get backstory. Now, obviously, we're not going to get all the Eren backstory, but I thought maybe they would play with that and we would see a bunch of Eren memories for like 10 minutes and then end the episode to actually sell people on the fact that Eren was dying and this was our last moments reflecting on his character before he's out of the series. I thought they might do that. They didn't end up doing that. That's why I tweeted mid-episode. I said I don't like tweeting mid-episode, but there is one way they could do this that I think would be really sick. I was trying to preempt it to make it seem like I was a predictive genius if they ended up going with that. Now, they did do that for like 2 minutes, which I feel is better than nothing. And in terms of convincing people Eren is actually dead, it might have been more convincing than just the normal cliffhanger, because again, I did a chapter reaction to this back in the day that you can no longer watch because it was on an old channel that's deleted. But I remember being very excited for like 3 seconds of thinking, holy shit, Eren's actually dead. It was an I wish this happened moment of like, oh fuck, it actually happened. And then you realize, no, there's no way this is actually sticking, and you sort of have this come down. Then obviously we see the birds over. There's a very different feel, I think, to these opening pages of like, you feel disattached, and it is because of the black here. I like, it's very different to how they do in the anime. I like both for different reasons. Like the zoom shot from side to side on this shot I really liked. I don't think we got this shot. Like the freeze frames of everybody fighting is kind of cool. But then the catch, and then we just sort of... I feel like they should have paused on this for like 5 more seconds. They sort of see this and then cut away really quickly. And I think that might confuse some anime-onlys. But I've been ignoring chat for a long time, so I should probably check in on them. I see Well Never Mind then has arrived. The panel of Piek hitting them with the cannon is up. You just passed it. Well, wouldn't be me. I wouldn't miss something. I feel like we've gotten more new music these past 3 episodes than we did the whole of part 1. See, I nearly never recognize music if I'm watching something subbed, and even I caught the fucking dramatic episode 1 music, so... did Carl talk about the paths sequentially? Yes, I thought it was peak Kino on first watch, but kind of wish they went even more abstract. That's basically exactly my thought, though I had that thought more the first time through. I did appreciate it, but we haven't actually talked about it yet because we're going to watch it in a second. Is there any archive of your Chapter 119 reaction, or is it completely lost to time? As far as I'm aware, it is completely lost to time. I would love to watch it back. I would love to see what the fuck I was thinking at the time. I was probably saying some crazy dumb shit, but... the transition to paths is peak, but the actual scenes inside it kind of look bland compared to like season 2. That might be true. Maybe it's the character designs. I don't know. I think it was probably a lack of OST until the very last minutes. To be honest, I never realized Eren told Zeke to stop when he was about to scream. I don't think that was Eren. I think they wanted you to think that was Eren, but it was actually Colt. Because it was like a match shot. It was like they showed Eren reaching out. But it did sound like 2 different voices. Which is weird. So I guess maybe that's what happened. Character designs and expression were alright. You're right, it did feel empty. Porco's death was metal as hell. The Porco death was really good. Bagpipes during everybody transforming was really awesome. I love it, yes. Motherfucker was drinking till the end, Lamau, true. Are you looking for the word storyboarding? No, I don't think that's the word I'm looking for. Though it kind of, like, it fits. It's kind of a synonym for all those things of cinematography, storyboard. Even though it's a very, like, storyboarding is a different practice to cinematography, because storyboarding is sitting down and drawing fucking storyboards. But yeah. They skipped Gabi crying, unforgivable. Well, never mind, then is in chat. I think I already said that. But what are you linking? Yes, she's linking a page. We got 20 viewers. What the fuck? Deep Vibes is here. I wasn't really that interested in episode 1 and 2, but this one got the chills going, I can't lie. Really well done. Actual paths was a bit I like the paths. I liked everything so far. I think that episode 2 was better. Just because I can't really think of anything negative on episode 2. Like the Gabi not crying part, and there are other little bits that I have issues with. But yeah. But they have a chances to redeem it. Everything was pretty great. The big tell is going to be how abstract they make the Ymir thing. I feel like that's the make or break of, like, is this actually going to be, like, something I can say, I really liked the last season, part 2, or are we going to bland it out a little bit? We'll have to see. It really is the make or break point. Next episode, I don't even like those chapters that much. 122, now we better be getting things right. Fuck, I had something else to say there, but I forgot. Eren did a judo flip on Reiner in the anime, had me dying. Lamau, I had volume 30 turn-in pages. I was watching the ep. They could have done both. They also zoomed in too much on Colt, not showing the rifle, so it was weird that Gabi just has one, lol. Yeah. The slow motion in the anime was not good. The 3D looked out of place. Miller has said this exact same thing to me, but I didn't notice it at all, and I don't think so. The shards should have been more intense faster. The shards, they should have just done the Ava thing, where it's like flashing a million things. I know you can't do that anymore without the seizure warning, without darkening like the picture because of fucking Ash Ketchum and Porygon. But man, like an end of Ava, like million things flashing on the screen, like one frame per one, like Like 24 in a second, one frame is like every fucking thing we've ever seen in Attack on Titan. This was I like the clever alternative way they did it. We're gonna liken it to a Berserk movie scene in a second, but yes. I like the slow motion though. I feel like I'm a stickler for slow motion though. I'm entitled to a headache. Yeah, new music this episode was great, and the use of older music too. Osk in Paths was perfect choice for OST. Oh, this must be a song. I don't think I noticed the Paths OST. No, it was definitely Eren saying wait. Did not sound like Colt the first time. Did Eren say wait in this episode, but it wasn't clear in the manga? Yeah. I'm curiously eager for 122. Multiple flashes, Grisha streaming, Eren screaming, Eren crying, etc. Kino. Oh my god, if they did it like Ava, it would have been peak. Yeah. Well, Ava... Like, I feel like Ava's best aspect is its characters. But I nearly said its best aspect was its cinematography, whatever that means. So yes, framing things like Ava would be very good. This run-up is scary. Oh, we don't have the moment. But the moment where Reiner gets up and punches Eren and he's very, very mad, that was really cute. So we don't get the whole run up here, but I think this will give us the path sequence. I like all this stuff. We get the freeze frames. We kind of get the one eye cry. I like that the first shot is sudden and then it cuts away and then it's back to the slower, like, it's very quick on the first part, so you're like, what? And then it's like, no, this is what actually happened. I don't want to just let it play for more than like 5 seconds because I feel like I'm going to get fucked by YouTube. But that's like quickly and then it's reaction shot. Then we get the slow version of the head twirl. It's cute. Framing it across the eye. A lot of eye framing in this episode. Maybe if I went back and looked at every instance of that, it would lead to a more symbolic meme. Cutting away here is cute. And then we cut to this. We don't really need to. This was basic. It was fine. This clip better have the fucking... Oh, it does. See, this is... And I have no idea how you would do this in animation. Do the black. There's something about the black effect here. If it feels like a freeze frame, the birds, the feather falls down, but you don't see the feather falling. There's no kinetic energy of the feather falling here. It's just like a... I don't know. How would you shoot this? I can't think of a way, but it just... I mean, manga and anime are different. They give off different vibes. You can use different techniques. There's different conventions. Obviously, you are... Even just, like, literally dimension-wise, you are looking usually vertically unless it's a double page spread, whereas in anime, it's horizontal. But I don't know. It gives us such a different vibe here where it just feels like... This feels like a supernatural, almost breaking the fourth wall, though that's not the correct thing. That's not what I'm trying to say. But that's as close as I can get to the thing I'm trying to say. It feels abstract. It feels like we've frozen in place. It's like reflecting on the story for a bit, like this is what's happening. It kind of feels like it's not a flashback, it's not a recap, but it feels like, remember, this is what's happening. It works very well as a reintroduction, which it kind of because obviously this is the beginning of another chapter, and it kind of works because we cut away to a long Eren and Zeke scene, like flashback that went for like 3 minutes, so it feels like we're cutting back after the shot. It's like the calm after the storm before we get the repercussions of the storm. I don't know. I feel like you understand, chat. I feel like all these words I'm trying to describe are just communicated by like the image way, like the paneling here. But it definitely gives off a different vibe. See, that shot I'm not too hot on. These birds are moving. This one isn't. The feather isn't moving. Yeah. I like this shot. It does, honestly, it feels like it's an eclipse shot. I wonder if they were... Now, this is just me connecting, like, the two anime I've ever seen. So the answer is probably no, but I wonder if they were looking at this scene when they were thinking of this. Probably not. There's been a lot of eating memes. Now, I really like this shot. Apparently, people don't really like this shot, but like the diorama shot of cutting around. I like this shot. Sun shot. It does feel very mysterious what's happening. Ooh, it feels like you can feel some abstract shit coming when the paths moment hits. But going through like the destruction here, Connie and Jean here, I really like the way it looks like spider webs, how like the strings reflect the light of the cables, even though I think the cables are black and probably shouldn't do that. Gabi's bleeding because of recoil. Remember Eren, your shot? That shot of Zeke I really like. Not this one. This one, the arm moves a little bit. I was thinking about making that the thumbnail, but obviously this is a better thumbnail. I feel like they should have held on that, and now we're getting into the real shit. They should have held on that shot a little bit longer. Maybe there should have been a sound cue there, but again, it feels heavenly or unearthly. It feels like, now this is Latin chanting. Yes, Gutsy, very tough. Now get to the Griffith stuff. God, this movie looks good when it fucking wants to look good. It looks really blurry here, but that's because of the thing. It's even English, so it'll have why do people always. It's so good. I feel like I'm less likely to get fucked playing this unmolested. I'm trying to think of a better way to say that. But it gives us the same vibe, like vague hints of music in the background. Now, obviously, we're about to break into Latin chanting here in the Berserk one.
Where is this?
We also get some abstract, like, pieces of animation here. Now, this is something Ava did a lot that Attack on Titan doesn't do here. It all still feels like it's in the same animation style. It feels abstracted in its own style. But obviously, this is fucking mostly in 2D with some real cool 3D effects of like shit you could only do with CG, whereas these Berserk movies are all in CG. But the animation here, like blood cell looking things, and then this animation is all 2D. Weird destruction. Turn Griffith up. Turn him up! Turn him on? Don't do that.
It's strange.
God. I can't believe the voice acting in this movie is so bad, except for Griffith, who is so good.
Feel anything.
And then reflecting on the moments, Cask of the White Horse. We get a lot of equally abstract stuff here. The Behelit, the castle on the hill, the presumably Griffith being picked out of the womb, and then the little creepy look because it's all been preordained. I don't know if we should watch this first, but the calm before the storm as we're zooming through the diorama here, I feel like it gives off a similar vibe. You finding it, chat? I haven't looked at chat in a while. I probably won't till after this. Sometimes when the computer does that, it's fucking up. But it actually might have saved us because I wasn't pausing it enough. Yeah, this, like, I don't know what you would call this. Again, I know absolutely nothing about music or instruments. I can't place instruments or anything like that. If I did, I feel like this explanation, but like the high-pitched, and then we get this stuff, which does look like some of the stuff in this Griffith stuff. Hitting on the Mikasa moment is really important. It's obviously an iconic piece. I really like that. Going back and forth with the eye, this almost looks like an abstract real eye. It's not as abstract as the newest Ava movie where there's like a live-action head floating around in subspace, whatever the fuck it is. This Reiner shot is interesting. Young Reiner. Faye, obviously, very important. Carla, or was that Frida? Again, I'm trying to pause things. No, it is Frida in the one shot that Eren sees. I don't know if they put that in the fucking anime. I think they did, yeah. This shot is very reminiscent of Griffith's. Instead of running to the castle on the hill, it's the tree on the hill, which has diametrically opposed meanings, which is cute and interesting. Again, I'm not trying to compare everything to Berserk here. I don't think they were looking at Berserk. It's just these scenes reminded me of each other. Like Armin appealing out of the starlight here, the turnaround. I do like the motif of people turning around to look at Eren, or it's a lot of, actually it is. If we look at it, and there's a lot of eye symbolism throughout the episode, it's like people looking back at Eren or people looking directly at Eren. and then Eren looking back, looking at Eren, looking back, looking at Eren, looking back, looking at Eren, looking back, and then Armin is running away but looks back. They're all looking directly at Eren. We zoom into the eyes. Levi's kind of looking over the top. This is Connie and Sasha fighting. They're all looking. Falco's looking. Colossal Titan is looking. Ryan Sauna is looking. Oh, and then breaking it with the scream. I don't know if this is in the Berserk scene or if that's more of an Ava thing it reminds me of. I thought initially this was the Before the Fall guy, but no, it's Sasha. The sauna. Who is this girl? Oh, it's the Warhammer Titan. And I like this shot is so fucking sick. The scream, because it sounds like, I just realized it's the scream from the Zeke episode. But like having it on the axiom, you tilt it and then you reveal like the sunset is on the other side and the bird, and then the key effect is fucking sick. We all know it. Bird fly key effect with the blue and the red. More Goth Mikasa. Again, they're all looking at Eren, or looking at the person looking at us, if we want to take a fourth wall interpretation. I like that they, the intro, they do it a lot. The symbolism of the sea and sort of the bird flying over the sea, and obviously the terror that will come with the Titans coming out of the sea, especially in the port. I do like that a lot. I like that we're making the sea ominous. The sea is very scary. I talk about being scared of finding Lugia in that Pokemon Snap Map because of the fucking Pokemon second movie. I'm very scared of finding things in the sea, stranded at sea, probably my worst fear. Then the shots on Ymir continuously. Again, there's something very Griffith-esque about this Ymir shot. Ymir isn't looking at Eren. And then coming back there. I think that was the whole thing, right? But yes, it is some Kino fucking shit. If we compare it to the Griffith moment.
Memories overflow.
Turn it back up, fuck. That wasn't teats. They were abstracted. That wasn't a teat either. That was stabbed through teats. Now, this reminds me of the Ymir stuff because this isn't in the manga, but Griffith, like, this, I guess, most of you probably aren't Berserk boys. We got 21 fucking viewers right now. I don't know what's going on. It's 4 a.m., right? That's what's going on. This moment for Griffith is kind of mysterious. It's in the manga. We don't get this much introspection from Griffith, at least in this moment on this particular subject. You do get more introspection in the manga because there's more of it. But outside of that, the movie basically comes to the conclusion here that Griffith realizes that like this sort of violence and stuff is just human nature, and he sort of gives up on humanity in this moment and becomes the god. And sort of like this moment of barbarians taking over, I guess this is Greece or Rome or whatever, of like more civilized people, and like seeing the flashback of like the cavemen and like people killing each other always. And then he has the monologue, why do people always, like going back to cavemen. I don't know. You don't really think about cavemen when you're thinking about Berserk context. It's really, I really like it, but I've screamed about loving this scene a million times.
Why do people always?
And then he thinks of Guts. Again, the turnaround meme, the eye meme. There's some similarities here. Again, with the cell and like the blood stuff. Again, abstracted like that, and we're going to zoom out here. We're in like a mosaic thing. We're going to zoom out to space. These aren't exactly things you connect with Berserk a lot, and I like the juxtaposition of like zooming out to such an angle of like all of human history, then space and like the darkness surrounding space, and this resonating with Griffith in this moment of his rebirth as a god. The song builds again. We see the eclipse. Again, it's more abstracted, and then we get the clearing with the music. And then we get the conclusion, zooming out, galaxies and shit like that. Comes back in with the chanting.
That's right. This is why.
I will. It's cute, alright? We can't cut back now because Casca raping is about to happen. But I feel like the scenes are very similar. Again, the Berserk thing, obviously it's got now it's loud in my ears. The Berserk has a movie budget. If we get any abstract shit in the ending stuff, and if it is a movie, maybe we can hope for shit like that. It takes it a step further by abstracting the art style, whereas here, I guess this is kind of an abstract art style, but the characters still feel on model. The key is really good, because it would make more sense, I would think, to go this way. Now, again, the Japanese, funny bunch, they read backwards. Or is it us that reads backwards? Now, isn't that an introspective thought? But it comes this way, and I think it works, because then everybody goes this way. I feel like the scenes are similar. I feel like it justified my preamble in showing that scene. But it was fucking sick. I didn't think they would do any of that in Attack on Titan. If you had asked me beforehand, I'd be like, absolutely no. Do we get any cool abstracted bullshit? But nonetheless, we got it, and I'm happy for it. Even if I don't think it's to the extreme of that Berserk scene or any of the cool Ava stuff, I'm still very happy. I remember seeing, well, never mind then, say they could have done both. I'm reading chat now. Where are we up to? Aaron did say wait in the episode, but it wasn't clear in the manga. I read that one. People will call it a slideshow, but I think it fits really well. Who's calling it a slideshow? Who cares? Yeah, adapting these chapters is an unenviable task. Yeah, you're absolutely correct, Kyle. It really does feel disconnected in the manga. The problem with the 3D shit is the 2D is flat. Miller said, like, exactly the same thing to me about this diorama stuff. I don't know, I just don't see it, I guess. We are talking about this scene, right? I feel like all of this looks fine. Like this? Are we talking about, like, the 3D here? I feel like it looks cool. I feel like it adds to that sort of plasticky diorama type feel. I don't know. I always love chanting for monumental moments. The chanting is unbelievable. That song, click on the fucking search bar, you incompetent fuck. Berserk, chanting, movie, OST. I always forget what it's called. Fuck, the movie soundtrack is better than the TV show soundtrack. Don't tell Miller, but he has to face facts eventually. Descent, that's what it's fucking called. I used to listen to this. There was like a 2-month period after I watched those movies where I'd listen to this like every day. I was a little fucked up, right? This is it. It's fucking sick. I love it. Who's notifying me? Cultural proximity, I imagine. Good point, bro. God, there are so many good songs in this fucking soundtrack. I don't know if I should let it play because... Again, we could get fucked. What's the one song? I promise we won't geek out for too long about the Berserk movie soundtrack. This song is so fucking good. Hey, shut up. The guitar... This is in, like, every one of my videos. You probably associate it more with my videos than the fucking thing. It's like... They all have fucking stupid French names. It's like Pierre something. The violin one. That used to be in a bunch of my videos, but whatever. We won't look into it. This is supposed to be an Attack on Titan stream and YouTube video, because we're still going on YouTube, I presume. There should be 2 frames, with the 1 frame before Zeke catches, and 1 when he catches the head. Griffith D tier, use comma and dot to go frame by frame on YouTube. I always forget. Warhammer Titan, isn't this Ramsey? Was it Ramsey? It might have been. Yeah, that's Ramsey. Colossal Titan animated in different style is neat. Very similar. There is actually no way they can completely adapt the manga with the remaining 9 episodes, so it will probably be a movie. Is it been confirmed to be 12 episodes? Season 4, Part 3? Yeah, just do Season 4, Part 3. Which will be Kino. It's the contrast of the 3D and 2D. Guts theme in 97 is unparalleled. It's become a meme at this point. I don't know. It's definitely not even the best song on that soundtrack, but I like it. AT could have been as meta as Ava if they'd just give us random live action BS. I don't know. Ava works, I think, a lot better as an abstraction. Attack on Titan, a lot of its appeal is in subversion and in grounding and in mysteries like that. I don't think it would work. It works with the past stuff. Integrating it into the past stuff, like the dumb panel that spawned a million theories about alternative realities. This is another point that, like, in this collage here, there is the one shot. Which one is the shot? The shot of, who is it? It's like one from the alternative universe, whatever the fuck. I forget which shot it is. It doesn't matter. But the fact that they included Gotham Mikasa and the sauna shot in, like, that parallel thing here is cute. There is a possibility. There are infinite worlds with these characters or whatever. It's just a cute little... Not everything has to be taken literally. Meme. But yeah. As far as I'm aware, Season 4 is listed on Funimation as 28 episodes, but it could be changed. I feel like hasn't it always been the case that, like, we don't know how long the season usually is? But I've heard enough people say that it's 12 episodes that it must come from somewhere at least. How much are we going to get next episode? Because there's no way you start the Ymir backstory stuff. But is there enough bullshit here to vamp for 20 minutes? I guess you could add them going through even more memories, which I guess has really no negative effect. Zeke's even freaked out. What the fuck did they do to these blokes? There's a lot of talking here, which means you can drag it out. Every one of these shots can become a few seconds. I feel like we've got enough for 20. There's no way they shoehorned the Ymir backstory also into this stuff. It'll be interesting how much they play into they were actually there the whole time, and did you see Grisha was looking at him? The shots from the beginning. This is a cool panel. Also, they can play into this a lot. This will be really interesting. It'll be interesting to see the reaction to this. Look at this shot of the three of them. Black, black, white. We didn't see any memories yet. Again, it would be interesting if they abstracted even the art style and they did this in, like, black and white. Is there a shot of the Reese family? They're, like, multicolored. It's kind of black and whitish. I was thinking, because obviously manga and generally anime, because of it, has this black and white fixation. Guts and Griffith, black and white. There's a million other ones. Karu, Shinji, Spike and Vicious, Ryu and Akira from Devilman. I was wondering if because the Attack on Titan parallel kind of works with Reiner and Eren and Zeke and Eren, but at this point you're kind of just comparing black-haired characters with blonde-haired characters to make this comparison. But it is interesting in manga because it's the two colors you work within. And it seemed like at the end Guts' form was going to be, like, his ultimate form was going to end up being white, and Griffith's Femto was obviously going to be black. Could have been cute. This irks me out. I don't like the stabbing through the hand. It's scary. Oh, how are they going to do this? I really love these shots of Historia's hand in the background of these panels. And it comes through here. It's fucking sick. Abstracting through paneling, and this moment is really good. See, it's like here like 4 times. It's fucking sick. Then we go into this. Again, we've got it. Though they probably won't show this one because they never show the tilted flashback memes. It'll be interesting, obviously, how violent they want to do that. I forgot. I thought the appeal was at the end of this chapter, but obviously it's at the end of the next chapter after the backstory. I feel like I don't feel like 122 has enough stuff to be a whole episode, so they probably will do the rumbling stuff on top of it. Abstracting this stuff is cute too, into like the Krista, remember, pointing at the girl, the devil thing, and finding out the devil is just the king. There's a bunch of stuff they could do in this. It'll be interesting to see what they focus on as well, with the Ymir stuff, because, like, are they going to focus on the kiss more, because this is made very important in retrospect, because obviously it's paralleled to the end of 138 with the Mikasa kiss. It'll be very interesting. I'm excited more than I probably have been in years. It's interesting that the part 1s of Attack on Titan seasons seem to always suck, but the part 2s seem to be pretty good. Somehow they didn't make me rageful for not having this be an end of episode cliffhanger, and that must mean something. I feel like we're coming to the end of this video chat. We should probably read. I was supposed to record after this, but I don't think I'm going to have the battery. As far as I'm aware, I already read that one. Attack on Titan is at its best when it's grand, colossal, tidum, vulgum, and etc. That's what they need to appeal to maximize Kino. Attack on Titan was very grand initially, which is interesting because I feel like the manga has sort of this down-to-earth, playful, like, anticlimax tone that the anime kind of disregarded mostly in season 1. But I feel like the grandness and the bombast is a big part of why Attack on Titan was ever so popular, but the manga and anime are different in a lot of regards. I just checked and it's been reduced on Funimation from 28 to 19, so maybe 28 was a mistake. We'll see. They're ending on Zeke, I love you scene. Yeah, maybe. Episode 5 is going to have the 122 title. Yes, I've seen that. So the entire episode is God willing only 121. Well, there's a little bit of 120 that they still have to do. The music is going to make or break the next episode. Then episode 5 covering the rest of 121 with the Ymir backstory and 123 speech from the leaks. Yes, that's what I'm hearing. Ashes on the Fire, let's go. Which song is Ashes on a Fire? I feel like this was referenced last stream and I didn't know what it is. Ashes on the Fire. Which song is this? Will I get it in like the first 2 seconds of it playing? Oh no, this is the trailer song, right? This is the one that we don't want to hear? Okay, I get it. If part 2 ends on 131 where Armin sees Kid Eren in Paz and fades back, it would be a cleaner cliffhanger milk hype off of. I still think it could be really cool if they make the Hanji death the last episode to sort of give Hanji's character that much importance to be like the last TV episode we ever see of Attack on Titan. I feel like that's stretching it really far, and then the movie doesn't have that much to cover, so it's probably not possible. But yeah, I don't know, it depends. But then the Hanji, like, it would be the end of the opening sequence of the movie would be Hanji's death, which could work. It kind of makes it feel a little unimportant. I guess you could tie that in with the Levi moment in the final chapter at the very end of the movie. I don't know. I don't want to have a headache from this structuring shit. Let them figure it out. Have your opinions improved on 120 and 121, or you still don't care for them? I mean, I care for them. They're pretty cool. The time travel moment, we just went through it. The hand-kissing theme. I like all that stuff. It's just not as good as the surrounding chapters, I don't think. I'm being sarcastic. Hard to tell because so many people hyped about that song. This is the perfect one for Paz. They also used in this episode, and one that then is linking it. We'll check this out. Then we'll end the YouTube video.
A snake
Beef Rank
cannot
just
eat
subscribed.
dragon.
A snake can in fact not eat a dragon. Thank you, Beef Rank. We need to make money on Twitch, alright? I'd already made like $28 since my last Twitch payout, which was only like 2 weeks ago. So that was pretty cool. Oh my god, they barely use this track. It's kind of godlike. Well, let's see what fucking track this is. This is the one. I honestly don't recognize it yet. I don't even know when they used this. Shows how much I know, I guess. Oh yes, a reminder that you can subscribe with your Twitch Prime to my channel and I get money from it. So you better fucking do it, chat. Be like Beef Frank. Don't be like, well, never mind then. A serial freebie. He's been around for a long time, never paid me a fucking dime, I'm pretty sure. Don't be like him, be like Beef Frank, who I don't even know if has ever spoken in chat and is subscribing. Let's talk more money. Damn, I misclicked. If Hanji dies first early in the movie, it can create false tension about who can die throughout the entire finale. This is true. Again, it kind of sacrifices Hanji to that, but yeah, I've never paid and will never fucking never fucking will. Oh well, never mind then. I get free streams and you get free rat. I'm still waiting for the rat. But anyway, YouTube audience, you also should pay me money. I don't know how you would do it because we don't have memberships or whatever on our channel. The Patreon. I haven't got a new patron in about 2.5 years. Maybe that can happen. But besides that, subscribe. Do all the good things. Subscribe to the main channel. Watch all the videos. I might be making a scripted video about one of the things we talked about last time. I'll talk about that with stream secretly after I end the YouTube video. So you'd have to go over to watch the VOD if you wanted to find out. But anyway, support links in the description below. Thanks.